What's up? Mason here in the Synthedelic channel. This time it's going to be an Ultimate Sin album tone for the Katana. This album has one of my favorite Ozzy songs. Shot in the Dark is without a doubt one of my favorite Ozzy songs, and it mainly has to do with Jakey Lee's riffs. This is more or less his Marshall tone rather than like the closer to the album sound. This is more similar to like the amp he was using, and I think you'll notice that when you download it. It doesn't sound exactly like the recordings, but it does sound a lot like the amp that he used. I'm using a lot of the same effects too because he used a lot of boss units. This video is not going to have any demos, unfortunately, because Ozzy's record label, I guess, blocks them in all territories. It's a way to get stop pirating music, I guess, but it also makes it so nobody can cover the songs on YouTube. The microphone placement is just kind of almost directly over the cone. It's a little bit off to the side. If you're just going to download the tones straight away from the description, I'm going to have 4 different tones. The main distortion and another distortion that's a little more tame. And then I got 2 clean patches. One is supposed to be like the clean parts in Shot in the Dark, and the other is supposed to be like Killer of Giants with the reverse delay and whatnot. Here is what the main patch sounds like. I would be playing the riffs, but from the songs, but even in the video where I didn't really play the riff, like I was playing it poorly, it still got blocked. So I don't even want to attempt to play any of these riffs and upload it because the video might just get nobody can see it. So do my best to avoid that. I'll just play things that are roughly the same genre of music. Here is the clean tone for the Shot in the Dark. It's a little boomy, or like not boomy, but like slappy, like loud in the first moment and then not loud after. That's mainly because I'm using the MS-1959 Sneaky Amp, which is a Marshall on the lead channel. This is because I couldn't get the clean sound to have the same characteristics as the one on the album unless I took the distorted tone and removed all distortion from the distorted tone. So they're roughly the same patch, but just one has no distortion on it. And then here is the clean sound for Killer of Giants. For this, I would recommend using the split humbucker position with both. But if you have a humbucker single setup like me, I'm pretty sure this is what they used on the album. I have it set to humbucker single with the second position here. But I think that sounds more like the album. So let's hop into the Tone Studio and see what I got going. For the main distortion, I started with the MS1959 1+2 Sneaky Amp, which is supposed to be a Marshall Plexi with the channels paralleled. And with 69 on the gain, 74 bass, 38 middle, 59 treble, 42 presence with a vintage cabinet resonance, and my yellow system EQ, which is this right here. I set this, anyone that has my system EQ, change this position to SP out. This makes it, when having it on the output, makes it so that it cuts off the reverb and all that too. But if you want the reverb to have it not, you don't want the reverb and all that to be messed with. So I recommend changing it to SP out, something I just learned. But here's what it sounds like with the basic setup. For the chain, I'm using chain 4-1. You can change this if you want. This is not necessary. You can use any one of these three. Chain 2-1, 3-1, 4-1. I'm not using an FX. I have nothing in the effects spot, so you can put whatever you want here. So as long as the mod and the booster come before the amp EQ, it's good. For the booster, I'm using the overdrive booster. This is supposed to be the Boss OD1, I believe, and that is what Jakey Lee used on this album. I was trying to use this into OD and it just wasn't really working, and then I looked up why he used this, and it's because this pedal will remove a lot of the low end frequencies that are kind of muddy and boomy. So I tried that out and I actually really like how it sounds. This is what it sounds like. You can hear how it's like no bass in there at all, really, now. In the mod spot, I got this graphic EQ with this very subtle changes. 500 is not even touched. +3 on the level. And with that, it sounds like this. I'm not using the effects spot, so you can really put whatever you want here. I'm not using the first delay. I was, but I ended up not liking how it sounded. I am using the second delay as just a regular reverb, or as just a regular delay. Pretty fast. I am using modulate reverb, 2.7 reverb time, the effect level on 71. I am using the solo for the solo EQ. Set the amp in, boosting up 800 hertz. With that, it sounds like this. For the contour, I'm using type 2 with the frequency shift on 34. In this first EQ spot, I have an amp out GE10. This is just something I don't usually do, but I needed more frequency choice. The bigger ones here are the -5.0 at 8K and the -6.5 at 31. This is like a low pass or a high pass. And this is just getting rid of the beehive, and this is scooping the mids a little bit right here. And with that, it sounds like this. Oh, and the level's boosted by 3.5. In the EQ2, I have this parametric EQ, taking away some of the sizzle and really getting rid of a lot of the boomiest bass that there is on this tone. The level's being boosted by +5, and with that EQ, it sounds like this. Noise suppressor's on 55, and that is the distorted tone. For the clean, I'll run through it fast. 0 on the gain. It's also the MS 1959 1+2. 60 on the bass, 38 middle, 59 treble, 42 presence with a vintage cabinet resonance. It's going to be chain 4-1. I got this graphic EQ, it's roughly the same, and the level's on -12. That's so I can get rid of most of the distortion. And I'm using chorus in the effect spot. Modulate delay, doing a very, very subtle double. Second delay, just doing regular delay. Reverb, modulate, reverb. I'm pretty sure this is roughly the same except for the high cut. Solo, boosting the level to get a lot more volume back. Same contour. Roughly, I think this is the same. This is maybe. This might be taken out more. And this is the same. If you want it to be even cleaner, you can just roll down your volume knob a little bit. For the Killer of Giants clean, I think it's the same patch. Everything here is the same. And instead of that double or delay, I have two different reverse delays. The first one being this right here, and the second one being this right here. And everything else should be the same. And then I use the split pickup position. I'm really sorry that this video doesn't have any demos, but other than that, I just hope you guys enjoy playing with them. So let me know what you think of the tone down in the comments. If you're happy with the tone, leave a like on the video. If you want me to write a demo, like original demo for these tones, also tell me that in the comments. And I also want to know, what's your favorite song on this album? Because I just thought Shot in the Dark was everybody's favorite, and I went and listened to the album, the full album on live stream 2 days ago, and I heard a lot of them for the first time. Like Killer of Giants, I really liked the intro for it. But yeah, thanks for watching, and until the next one.